So I'm here again for another statue review, and here in front of me is Sideshow Temptation of Death premium format. So I hope you enjoy. So for before we start with the review, let's introduce the character first. The source material, basically Lady Death is from the comics, Eternity Comics, and she appeared in the Evil Ernie 1 back in December 1991. So that was her first appearance, which was she was created by Brian Pulido and Stephen Hughes. So yeah, I guess, but I haven't really read the comics, but I've always seen this Lady Death in the previous one from Sideshow, which was actually quite good. The only problem for me was the scythe, which takes a lot of real estate in my collection. So as you can see, I'm using Bestas, so I have to contain, or I have to find a way to put her there. So the previous one, the scythe was really long, and then I think it took so I think it takes you really need to move the shelves, and then so that's why I didn't get it. That was one of the reasons. For this one, I actually got tempted. Okay, so that's the background, and the exclusive part is the darkness sword. So this is actually the darkness sword, which is metal. So that's the good thing. Since Sideshow is starting to basically pump up their efforts to making, or basically, the statue more authentic and more lifelike, or even feels like the actual character. So okay, let's go for the review. So basically, let's start from the base. Later I will give a close-up, and then I have close-up including the back and also the small pieces, the details. So let's start from the base. The base is actually very good. I really like the base. It has a texture on the, let's say, the ground. It feels like a ground also. And then what's amazing is the head skulls. They look really nice. They're a bit different from the. I think I saw some pictures of the darkness and videos. I think that was from XM. This one looks really amazing. It has some texture, like it weathered through time already. It's been the skulls have been there, and then there's also a very clean skull, which was I would say which was, or where the sword was placed. And then yeah, that is the base. And then the rock she's standing on is very nice. And yeah, then let's go for the piece itself. The leather looking, or basically her leather pants, I don't know, boots, I would say. She's not wearing any pants. So her leather boots is really done very nice. I like how the black shines and how it contrasts with the gold, yellow gold. It looks very nice. The detail on the gold part, this one, is very good. It's also the same for her. I don't know how these are called, but yeah, basically her gloves, I would say, and her panties and her bra, her swimsuit. Let's call it her swimsuit. And then there's also some detail here. There's a head skull. The color is very nice. I like it because it's not clean. It's weathered. Weathered in the sense like it's not like shiny or anything. It has a feel to it. And okay, and then like I said, the sword is metal, is made of metal. Maybe I can show you. Okay, it's made of metal. And then at least Sideshow now, I think, tries to make I would say they're mixed media, really a mixed media. And also I think the scythe. So before we go to the scythe, let's continue first on the body sculpt, and from bottom to top. So going up, the body sculpt is done really well, and she even had the shading of the body, or basically the, I would say, the there's like highlights. You can see the highlights and the shadows on her body, and then if you actually touch it, it's not just a paint job. There's also really a sculpt done. So it's the sculpt and the shading and the highlights that make this really look nice. It really pops out when you look at it. And then going up, like I said, her bra is very nice, and then even in her armpits, it's like there's like a lot of detail from there. And then the hair also, I like how it waves, like it's like blown with the wind direction coming from here. So that's really very nice for it. And then though the strands of her hair is not really that detailed, but like I said, I really love the how it flows. And then her face is actually very nice, one of the best that I've seen so far in Sideshow. I mean, in my current collection, because as you can see, maybe I can post some pictures or some detail. There's actually like a dimple, or like a smirking look to her. Yeah, and then that's very good. Very nice. It's not a very, let's say, complicated piece. It's a simple piece, but it it's it gives you a presence, a tempting presence. And then going to the scythe, this is actually what I like supposedly with this statue, but problem is putting it together, meaning inserting it from top to bottom until there's a how I'd say a hole here at the back. So it's very difficult and it's very scary. This is what I really don't like about the piece also, because it has a tendency to break the fingers and some fingers at the back, and also maybe somehow scratch some things at the back or some parts of the back, and then that's bad. And yeah, and I think this is metal, and I will show you, it moves very quickly, or it's not really that fitted. I'm not sure, maybe that's the wrong term, but it moves. Every time you move this one, the scythe moves easily. See, and then what scares me is that, like I said, it might break the arm or the finger. Sorry. So yeah, but other than that, I really like how it's sculpted, and the paint job. The paint job is very nice. Yeah. So for the ratings, for paint, like I said, I love the paint. I like the highlights. How she has highlights in her muscles, even at the back. You will see that she has like dimples, the back dimples. That's very nice. And then yeah, like if you put her in a very nice lighting, the highlights will pop up, and then her face looks very nice. With that one, like with the shadows, it looks very nice. And like I said, I also like the gold. I like the contrast between the black and the gold. And then yeah, like, and also the weathering from the base, it looks very nice. The skulls, this should how skulls look like in a in a statue. So I give it a 4.5 for paint, because it's really well done. No quality issues for my side. For sculpt, no sculpt issues so far. I haven't seen any. So far so good. And then like I said, her face looks really amazing. It's like she's like really tempting. And then there's, yeah, like they put like small details, like I said, in the dimples in the back. Uh, her body sculpt is very nice, and especially the hair. So I give it 4.8. 4.8 in a sense because the skulls are amazing, the body sculpt amazing, the face looks really amazing. It has details. Look at that in her face. I think this part it's really like sculpted, not just paint. So it's actually very nice. Like she has like a jawbone, and also the cheekbone is very in detail. So that's very good. And so I give it a 4.8 for sculpt because it's very good. And then for design, so this is where for me the statue fails. Overall, if there's no problem, I would say that this is 4.5 sculpt, because it's only the base that has like a lot of detail, but if you go up, only the body also has some detail. I mean you cannot put anything like some other weapon or anything from this statue, but it's good enough. And then yeah, it has the mixed media also included. It's very nice. The only big problem for me is, like I said, the scythe. Right now I would score this one with a 3.7 because of this one. It destroys from a 4.5 to 3.7 because of the scythe. It destroys, or basically it destroys your confidence on moving this one or anything, because you're always afraid that it might break at this part. So it's really dangerous. So because of that one, I give it a 3.7. Because at any given time it might break. That's what scares me, and that's bad. But other than that, this really looks very nice. At first I hesitated to get this one, but when I saw like some pictures in Comic-Con, she looks very nice, and together with the Red Sonja, both looks very good. So for X Factor, like I said, this is the first one was already good. This one for me is better, and then they're basically one of a kind statues. Not a lot of companies make them. So yeah, basically they're one of a kind, and this one is really, it has a nice pose that really resembles to the character. And then the known factor is, like I said, the bad thing was the design. It's really because of this one. So just for me, if you want to buy this one, just make sure you don't keep moving it, and in the beginning be careful moving or inserting the scythe, because it's very scary, like hell scary. And yeah, and other than that, I would say this, like I said, this piece is very good. It's not a grail, I would say, but it has some presence. It has some, how would say, its own kind of thing, which is unique compared to my Marvel and DC and Star Wars. It has a different approach, and it's simple, but it's something memorable, sorry. And yeah, that's what I like about this one. It gives you the old type of stitches before, where it's simple bases and those kind of stuff, and then what really you can just see is the statue itself, or basically the character itself, and they look very nice. They pop up in your cabinet or in your display. So yes, recommend a recommendation if you like something really different. This one, if you're collecting Marvel, maybe you can pass. you're or DC, but if you're into like horror or something different or very sexy, this statue is for you. For me, I chose this one because I got the Red Sonja, and the Red Sonja is very nice, and she needs a companion. So these two will be very nice. I'm not sure if I'm getting the Vampirella. Okay, I guess that's it. Thank you for now. Enjoy. So here are the close-ups, and as you can see her face. Yeah, look at that. Looks very, very nice. And then this is the scythe. You can actually see that there is a sculpt there. There's like a, I don't know, a demon or a bat looking character. Okay, and then like I said, let's go to the back. Let's look at the butt. She's got those dimples at the back. And again, the base. The base looks amazing. Look at those skulls. Yeah, this is one of the best parts also of the statue. And then look at her hair. So this is what the scary part of assembling this piece. You have to let the scythe go through there. That, and then down there, and then you have to get it through there. So that's Temptation of Lady Death, premium format from Sideshow, exclusive.